going on? What's going on, champs? Hope you guys are doing well. So, happy Sunday evening. If you're in Europe, it's now it is Monday, so happy Monday. So appreciate you guys actually jumping on. Thank you so much as well. I'm in Casper. Hello, how's it going, Shaq? How's it going? Walaikum salam, man. So we're doing the weekly outlook. So what we're looking for is more of of you know just consensus of what's going to be happening. It is weekly end, and it's also the monthly end as well. So it's quite a big, heavy thing as well. We're gonna look at a few things as well. There was an education content that I wanted to show you guys using the Dow, using the Nasdaq and S&P together to actually forefront of an idea of what's going to happen. Is it bearish or bullish? We'll make the plans as well. We're going to talk about the monthly chart itself, like how can it look like as a bullish or bearish kind of position. So all that is actually quite important as well when it comes to actually taking a trade. So taking the trade is really easy. Everyone can go long or short, but at the end of the day, you gotta have your bias. You gotta understand where are the key levels we're looking for, what we're looking for. How we're gonna play the longs, how we're gonna play the shorts. So coming to August generally is actually quite a bullish month for crypto. We talk about Bitcoin seasonality and dollar index seasonality, all that kind of stuff, and hopefully that helps a lot as well for you guys as well. So I want to give a shout out to Shaq. We got Gasper, what's going on, brother? John Capuche, how you doing, brother? TCX, how's it going? Victor, I'm chilling, man. Exist is here as well, man. We got freaking, it's a nasty short, fucked up hard, I think. Are you in a nasty short? What do you mean you fucked up hard? What's going on, Jay? Good to have you here. Hey, listen, I did do it in the evening as well. We got Dank McDizzle here as well, man. Jonathan, what you saying, brother? Fucking hell, we got the crew here today, man. We got Ahmed from Pakistan. Where are you guys from, actually? Like, cause I know I'm doing the show here, like freaking in the UK is like 12:47, so it's more like the American time really. But from Pakistan, man, Ahmed's from Pakistan, bro. What time is it in Pakistan? Let me have a look at this. You should be going to bed. Time in Pakistan. One second, let's have a look at that, bro. It's 4:47. You're waiting for Fajr. I hope you do Fajr, man. Sure, the ETH at 14.47 never cut it. Ooh, what's ETH price actually? Let's have a look. Oh, you shorted at 14.47 and priced at 16.83. You never got it. What happened? Okay, so explain to me. Have you got a chart? You can actually put in the comment. I can just have a look. Still in BTC shorts in profits. Good man. TCX from Hong Kong, bro. What time is it in Hong Kong, my bro? Jesus Christ, dude. What's up, Lurock? How you doing? Do I take my losses here or ride it out? Thank you so much, Ahmed. Appreciate that you joining in. Well, we'll have a look at Ethereum as well. We'll see what's up. Okay, let's just get right into the chat into the fucking chart. Let's do BTC first, right? I always like to do BTC. Why? It's the king. It's always going to be the king, no matter what, until proven otherwise. So, I mean, the chat's still going on. Mad. Fucking, what's going on, bro? I'm new to this and I went all in. Okay, Shaq. First things first, right? What you need to do really is actually take it easy, right? If you're new to it, don't go all in, right? That's the worst thing you could do. That's the quickest way that you can like get liquidated and lose a lot of money. Use proper risk management, okay? Actually, you know what? I might as well tell you about risk management. I'll do a video about this really soon. So, education wise, risk management wise, you wanna, like, for example, if you have like $1,000, for example. The way I look at it is like, okay, I mean, like, yeah. So if you got like $100, let's go with $100. The way I look at it is, okay, if you can fork out $100 every couple of weeks, kind of thing, okay, risk like 10%. Maybe even that is a lot. I mean, like, you can do something like 10%, which is like you're risking from $100, you're only risking $10, right? Which is your stop loss is at $10. As you build the account, as you go on to like $1,000, and reduce your risk from 10% to like 5%. So then now it becomes like, when you're risking your account size, when you get into a position, you're using only like $50. And then as you build it from like 1,000 to like, I don't know, like probably like 4 or 5,000, then reduce the risk from 5% to 2.5%. And 2.5% of 5,000 is about what, £125, $125, and you just keep building an account till you get more comfortable. So you want to reduce your risk, going all in on a short or on a long. It's just asking for a really nasty mess. In terms of the market itself, is it bullish? Is it bearish? We'll go through that as well, and hopefully I can help you out as well, because your entry is what, at 1477. I'm gonna make a note of that as well, and then we can have a look at that, where the potential targets are going to be. I am expecting, like, we're still in the bear market, right, in terms of a global bear market itself. We know CPI, FOMC came in quite bearish as well, really really bad, and we're in a recession. The US is in a recession. It's very very clear. GDP came out very negative as well, 0.9%. So it's pointing downhill. We'll talk about yield. Yield is another interesting thing as well. I'll talk about yield right now actually. I'll just bring up, for example, if you type in like US 10Y, right, and that gives you the government bond yield. And what that does, right, it gives us an indication, right? So as the market goes up, right, for example, right, I know this is on the monthly, it looks kind of fucking shit though, isn't it? Oh fucking hell. So what it is, right, like if you go on, like, let's go on the weekly, right, on the daily, for example, you can see already off the bat, right, it's breaking down. Very very clear, it's breaking down. Let's just say this is support, and we've lost support, right? Clearly, you can say that, oh yeah, this is a left shoulder, head, and a right shoulder, and then lose this, and we're going a lot more lower. What this yield does, right? This US 10-year yield is basically like I'm gonna try and explain it. I'm gonna get a what is government yield? I'm gonna get this a proper explanation before I fuck it up. Treasury yield, that's it. Treasury yield, Investopedia, because, like, I think it's really important. So the treasury yield is an effective annual interest rate that the US government pays on one of its debt obligation, expressed as a percentage. Put another way, treasury yield is the annual return investors can expect from holding a US government security with a given maturity. Treasury yields don't just affect how much the government pays to borrow and how much investors earn by buying government bonds. They also influence the interest rates consumers and businesses pay on loans to buy real estate, vehicles, and equipment. Treasury yields also show how investors access the economy's prospects. The higher the yield on long-term US Treasuries, the more confident investors have in the economic outlook. But high long-term yields can also be a signal of rising inflation expectations. So basically, what it's trying to say to you is that so this is what the US is an annual interest rate the government pays, the US government pays as a percentage, and the justification really, like, I mean, the short term is the treasury yields also influences interest rates consumers and business pay on loans to buy real estate, and it's also got to do with the economy. Now, the higher the yield, the higher the percentage of the yield is, it's more of a risk on asset. So the investors feel that they're more prone to take on risk on assets, with hence, like, the S&P will go up, Nasdaq will go up, and the Dow will go up, right? So if it goes down, that means, like, investors are looking to take out profits, from the yields in this. So they use the yields as an example to, not an example, as an indicator, in a way you can say, as a way to justify whether they're going to go long on an asset, or whether they're going to go short on an asset. That's what it comes down to. So if the yield, what we're looking at, the US 10-year yield, is breaking down, that means investors are looking to cut the position and take their profits, right? Does that make sense there? So that's the US 10-year yield. There is a 2-year yield and a 5-year yield. I just can't remember how to find it. If anyone knows how to find it, please tell me. 2-year, no, 5-year, unless it's different thingy. And even the 2-year, oh yeah, so that's the 10-year yield. And if you look here, I had this high marked out. To me, this was key high of, from a daily perspective. I mean, look, it's more of a weekly actually. I got it from a weekly. So as you can see, this high itself, right, we couldn't, like, I mean, yeah, broke market structure in a way. This high itself held as resistance, you can clearly see, and we got a deviation, you got a resistance over there, and we're breaking down, right? So which means that investors are looking to take out money from the stocks, right? If they're looking to take out the money of the stocks, there's going to be a crash, right? There's going to be a crash. It's gonna follow eventually. How quickly will it follow? We don't know. It could be starting this month? We don't fucking know, right? Would it be in the next couple of months? We still don't fucking know. It could happen anytime, when he wants, which is why it's really important that I think that we talk about the Dow, the Nasdaq, and the ES. How I actually use that as a confluence to justify my trade, along with the US, the bond yield as well. So if I look at that, that's breaking down. If I look at the 20-year yield, US 20-year yield, hopefully it should break down too. It does look like it's breaking down. Same thing as well. I mean, on the daily, you can see, well, it's in a range bound environment, and so you can see from this high to this low, and all that is got resistance, deviation, resistance, sell off. The moment we lose this level here, that's for me back down to this area and then going down to this area here. So it's looking like it's breaking down. So that's the US 20-year yield, but I like to see that break down too, along with the 10-year yield. Obviously the 10-year yield is going to break down quicker because it's in terms of maturity, it's a lot less, it's a lot quicker. Obviously 10, 20 years makes sense. I think we can get the 50-year yield as well. US yield. There we go. US02Y. That's the fucking code, the bastard, motherfucker. Right. So the US. Now this is where it gets a little bit more interesting, right? So you can see how we fucking just blew up out of nowhere, right? From like 2022, just popped up, right? So what's happened there? From this perspective there, let's have a look. This area here, right? So originally we found from resistance, popped up for the support. If it was to be bullish, we want to reclaim it and go a lot more higher, right? So that's what we're looking for. So if it was to be bearish, this should break down, and I think that's a short going down this way there. So the 2-year yield is looking like it's coming some sort of support. Oops, let me throw that again. 10-year yield is breaking down. The 20-year yield is still in a range bound environment, so it's still a bit of uncertainty as well. So that's the 10-year yield, and that's what we're looking for. Another thing we're looking for as well is another. So that's one way I can look at it. Let's see what everyone's saying actually. I don't know. Shaq, the current chart is bearish. Not gonna lie. Yeah, truth is. Yuri's from Germany. How's it going, brother? Crypto King, Shorty 24, 100, and 1750. My guy, that's fucking sick. Mike is from Ankara. Says, yeah, I know who you are, Mike. Man, fucking from America. How's it going, brother? Name, walaikum salam. How's it going? Bedtime ready here, but manage SPX trades from Friday night. Good man. Sorry, good man. That's good on you, Jay. You long on it? I'm guessing you are actually. Because you love long in SPX, and I've noticed as well. I gather that, bro, after watching you trade SE and XO. Look, the market's gonna go down eventually. I think the overall consensus really is that the market is gonna be bearish. Now, what my way I'm looking at it this way is that I'm looking at the market as how it's working out, right? So if the market's showing me bullishness, I'm gonna play the market on the upside. If the market's showing me bearishness, I'll play on the downside. So it's not a big deal right there, but I do know the overall consensus is bearish, right? That's what I'm looking for is a lower high on Ethereum. We've got the ETH merge coming up. We've got Bitcoin seasonality. August tend to be really good as well. So there's a lot of things going on. It's a lot to grasp on. What I would say is it's probably better to look for more of a confirmation trade than actually just shorting for the sake of shorting. And if you're going to short or long, have your invalidation zones, right? So I made these plans on Denk's daily trades, Monday to Friday, and I always post plans, post charts, and everything like that. So you can use that as a guide for yourself. Obviously, nothing that I say is financial advice. I have to say that quite clearly. But obviously, from my experience, whatever I do is for my own kind of style. I do a lot of trades that I don't show you guys well, especially when I'm scalping non-stop. But at the same time, I'm showing you guys the basis of how to trade, how to actually play this game, that is presented. The key really, I would say to everyone else really is a lot of people's asking like, what coin should I buy? What should I do? This X, Y, and Z. Listen, end of the day, the market's looking shit. It's looking really shit until proven otherwise. And I will show you like where we can looking at longs, how to get into alts as well. Not a big deal, but it's not like the key really that I want everyone to understand is that if you want to make it, if you really want to make it, prepare yourself for 2024. And in the meantime, if you got a year and a half, 2 years of preparation, that means understanding how to chart, how to trade, how to look at the chart. What is it saying to you? Are we bullish? Are we bearish? If you're bullish, where's the targets? That's what you're looking for. Where do you take profits? Taking profits is the key thing. It's a very difficult thing to do in a bull market, but if we can start learning how to do that on a trading thing, trading platform right now, like you can do it as a demo account or just practicing or whatever, or even if you are doing it with your own real money. But it's very key to take profits. Taking profits is yeah, the market can do, I don't know, like another 4 or 5x from here. It doesn't really matter. But if you're not taking profits, what's the point? You know, because you don't want to take two profits in a loss. That's not profit. That's just taking a loss. You know what I'm saying? So let's see what's going on. Welcome salam, Ed. Good to have you here. Victor, I really played this rally wrong though. Took a few L's, so I haven't traded in a couple of days. Started again today, tomorrow. Just take your time, Victor. When I was showing BTC the other day, I'll show you right now actually. So I was looking at BTC and I was like, you know what the fuck's going on? So I zoomed down the 4 hours, right, and I literally had this plan, right? I did the video there, right, and I was like, just focusing on this area here, right? This area, that's what it is. You see that's this range here? Focusing on this. You can see the amount of resistance that we're facing, the amount of support. This was Scalp Haven. I was fucking playing this non-stop as well. Support, resistance. Obviously we have a deviation. And I was saying that if we break above this high, what I would be looking for me to go long, right? For me to go long, is we're going to hold this level. Yeah, a dip is not a problem. But once we get back and hold above it, let's fucking go. That's your confirmation. You enter your trade wherever the deviation is below, for example, below the mid-range, and off you go. You know what I'm saying? And then off we go for 26k. But I saw this pump. I'm like, okay, I wasn't into this trade at all. The moment we close back into it, I'm like, okay, that was just a deviation. Now we step back into this range. We're playing in this range for the first time properly, right? We have a clean smash at the end of the 4 hours, right? And now obviously we have the monthly open as well. The monthly close and the monthly open. So now we've got some levels we can play with. But if we zoom out, right, it's literally, we just zoom out on the freaking, let's look at the monthly, right? The key really is working it level to level, right? Working level to level, how would you do that? Is by just looking at the freaking chart, going back in time and seeing what is the significant level we're at and what can we do, okay? So I got liquidated at 2010. Oh, did you get liquidated? Oh, you get liquidated at 2010. That's what, but then again, okay, we'll work this out as well. Mike's still holding my shorts on Matic from 80. Oh yeah, shit, yeah, Matic as well. You were in Matic, were you, in the short? That's another fucking story there. Focusing on building MicroT for the next cycle, 100%. 2 minutes before monthly close. Monthly close happened there. So, what can I say about monthly close? We'll talk about that in a bit. Monthly open is 23,284. What's your advice with the trade I got going and I won't take it as financial? It's just you have better knowledge. I'm at 1477. I would like to cut it for the retest. Blah blah blah. Okay. Okay, Shaq. When I get to Ethereum right after the BTC chart, then hopefully that should answer a lot of the questions. And any questions you have there, ask away there. BTC just closed on the 1 hour below my downward channel. Deviation at the beginning of a dump. That was an absolutely beautiful trade. Traded it on 3 minutes. Fair play. We'll short BTC from 23,800. Does ETC ETH Classic look good for a short? Bro, like, I'll be honest here. If the market's going to go down, everything's going to be a short. Alright? So let's just freaking do this, right? Let's do the market outlook and see what's going on, okay? On the monthly, what do we see? Okay, BTC outlook. We can see this level here is clear, right? This high there, right, from the 2017 high. That was the all-time high from the last bull run. Resistance, shrank above it. Now we had support. So as long on a wider scale, if you were to long it, as long you hold, this low holds, we can easily start saying that, well, target 1 will be here and target 2 will probably be there, right? That's where target 2 will be, right? So that's on a monthly. That's what we can look at, right? So it looks like it's going to push upwards. At the same time, which range are we playing? We are actually playing, well, which candle we're playing. I can see we're playing in last month's this month itself. That's a range bound environment, and I'm sure if I actually do a range bound environment, I can see maybe we reject off the mid range by the looks of it. Let's have a look. Let me get another chart. Right, so this high to this low. Let me delete this shit. This high to this low. Yeah, just about just about, you can see on the daily, we've come to the mid-range. If I just pull this a little bit lower. Too fucking far away. Yeah, just about. Alright, it's just about kissed it, right? But it's looking fairly good in the same time, just looking at the daily, but we'll get to that in just a moment. If we go on the weekly, what's happening on the weekly? We'll close this. Weekly, we close bullish, right? It's a green candle there. We've had 2 good weeks up there. It looks decent. It is the monthly pullback as well. So if you look at it this way on the monthly, what did we do, right? We open here, we played down, shot back up, we came up here, forced the wick, and we closed over here. That's all we've done, right? So, which is why, like, monthly close, I don't like playing it so much. It can get a bit of fuckery, because if it's been a bullish month, right, and we're going upwards, eventually we're going to have a pullback, right, which causes a wick, which is why I wasn't too keen about longing or shorting. Well, I was more keen to shorting, but I don't like playing monthly the monthly close. I'm not comfortable to get fucking liquidated or just get stopped out. I rather, like, I've had a good month for July. Yeah, I had a very good month in July. We've done fantastic trades all the way throughout July as well. So I think there's a moment you gotta realize, hang on a second, how much more do you need to trade? Because the real addiction is just fucking getting into a trade all the time, and you don't want to do that. You just want to fucking slow it down and take things a lot more easy. Okay, so looking at the weekly, right? Do you remember we talked about the butterfly doji? This was the butterfly doji, and the fact that we closed above, closed above there, and I was saying that, I mean, we could actually be in a range bound environment, and all we've done the following week is after the butterfly doji, we closed it above, which is all good. We did a retest. Could we do one more retest and then pull this and then go up, or do we? Let me close this. Or do we do something like this? See this high there? Last week's high. Not last week's high. 2 weeks high. That's capping the market. That's acting as resistance, right? Because we're nowhere near this level here, right? That will be the next resistance, right? That's only if we get back up and hold above it. That'll be the next level of resistance. From there, the next level of resistance is off this area here. Let me just draw a box off this area here. That's the next level of resistance, okay? So which I would say that if we were to reclaim this level, the 26.8k, I'll be looking to go around 20, I think it's 28k, 29k, around that area. So looking at the weekly, it's looking strong, right? So, but what's gonna happen, right? It's really difficult to say. So, but just looking at the bullish way, it is what it is. At the end of the day, if we step back into this range, because you have to remember, BTC was in a range bound environment for like a good 4 or 5 weeks, right? This was the range that it was playing at off the weekly, right? That very candle itself that I highlighted over here, that was a range. That was a deviation. There was a resistance. That was a support. Smashed above it. We had a retest. Okay. Now that we had a retest, right? The question is, do we go any higher, or is all this, right? It's very possible that all this was a deviation, right? Because once we step back into here and start playing it, it's just a deviation back to the mid range, from the mid range to range low. Is everyone following that? So it's now a bit of an interesting move. We have a monthly open, so we need to understand what's so significant about the monthly. How do we play the monthly, right? Now, if you look at the monthly, let me show you this, right? I've done this before. I want to do this again because I think it's really important that everyone understands this as well. Oops, fucking whiteboard, my bad. Let me get my drawings. So let's just say, for example, right, this is the monthly open, right? This is a monthly this is how a bearish, right, this is a red candle, a bearish monthly looks like, right? From the monthly open, which we've just had, you mark that level out. In my opinion, it's really important you mark that level. See how the reaction is, because what will happen is if we start playing above the monthly open and start holding it, to me, that's creating the wick of the month. The moment we start getting back down and find resistance of the monthly open, right, just like how this drawing is, we find resistance of the monthly open, break down from the low itself, that's a short going back down. Then it's going to me, it looks like a bearish month. Does that make sense there? It comes down to losing the monthly open. So if we were to play below the monthly open, right, and do its thing, gets above and hold support, and that's will then be a bullish monthly open. This, for example, over here, This over here is a bearish monthly open. This line here, just focus on this line here. Focus, this line itself is what we're looking for. Do we do something like that? We play above the monthly open and bounce off it, and then when the moment we lose it, off we go. Let's go down, or do we do something like this? That's the key. That's the key straight away, right? Same as the weekly open, you do the same thing. Same as the daily open, you do the same thing. This is a copy and paste that you can do on any time frame, on any particular candle. The hourly open, the 4 hours if you're scalping, or if you're scalping, you do like 15 minutes and that kind of shit, right? But it's literally just taking it one step at a time. When you understand this concept, right, it sounds simple, but the fucking patience you need for to actually let this unfold is not fucking easy, because this can take days, if not a week or two. Don't believe me? I'll fucking prove it to you right now. Okay, so let's go to fucking BTC. Here you go. So this is the last month. This is July. Yeah, this is July's monthly open. Just watch this, right? I'm gonna remove all this shit here, right? I know where July's monthly open is. This was the monthly open for July. Look what happened. Just look what happened. We play below it, bounce it, right? We get above it, calls it a support. It's all good. That's the weekly high. That's the weekly high range, and we come back down. This, then we start bouncing it, but then we don't lose this low. If we were to lose this low here, then this was just a deviation of the monthly open, and that was just a wick of the month, and all we're doing is going back down, right? If we were to do, it was good to do something like this, then we make the body of the candle as a down candle. Does that make sense there? But what we do is that we actually hold. So you look at the low here. This is the this is the low of the month, right? We don't even lose that level. We don't even tag it. It just becomes bullish, because the moment we reclaim this monthly open there itself, that's to you to know. If you're wrong, if you want to go long and targeting this high at least, you put a stop loss here. That's your hard stop there, and you go up higher, right? And what we do, we take out this high, come up, hold it, get back below it, and what happened is this weekly, this very particular weekly high, we now get above it, we take out this high. That's the next set of targets, and now it looks like we're just looking for a retest. Does that make sense? And now if we're to retest and hold this to weekly level, off we go. Which means we're looking for, if you were to relay this information I've just showed you about the monthly open, relate to where we are right now, well then let's fucking have a look. Now if I were to delete all this shit, right, and just see what's going on, this is the monthly open right here. Nothing much to say. If we want to be bullish, we want to play below it, let it do its thing. He can come out into this area here, no fucking problem. Whatever he wants to fucking do, hold above it, and then retest. The moment it reclaim and holds this level, then we know, okay, next set of targets, well, we go for last week's high, and then from last week's high, if we hold above it, push off this high itself, because that's been resistance, as you can see. That's been a clear resistance here, the deviation of that level. We didn't even tag this level. Once we hold this level, off we go, fucking long your longs, and off we go. And that's using this monthly open as your barometer, as your key. Does that make sense there? Still short from there, so that's it. Well worked in it, bruv. We almost rejected mid-range, 24.763. Yeah, yes, we did reject exactly. I think it's different on different chart. I think I was the one using the Coinbase one, but I'm sure if I used the Binance one, we did reject off the mid-range there. So 22,500 incoming. Yeah, I don't see why not. I mean, I was looking for a short. I didn't enter the short. I'll be honest with you, I didn't enter short. Right. I had a few things going on at home, where it required my attention really. But to me, this was a range bound play, and what I was looking for is if we can come into this area, this block here, right? Something like that. So if we were to do something like that, happy days. I can actually short it over here. I'm taking out this liquidity there. That's a double bottom there. That's target 1. From target 1, go to target 2. That's what I'll be looking for. So, but at the same time, he can do whatever he fucking wants to do. So we know what the monthly open is. It's freaking Asia time. We'll see what happens. Ideally, if we were to be bullish, I'd like to come back down, fill up all this inefficiency, trade and grind back up above the monthly open, hold the monthly open, and then we can be bullish. As long as we take out the moment we reclaim this level here, then you know that's your fucking confirmation to go a lot more high. Okay, does that make sense there? That's more of a monthly outlook we're looking at. Weekly outlook, right? We can use a weekly outlook and then have a look at what's going on there. Okay, so if I were to go back on the, all right, let me have a look at the fucking calendar. Right. So last week was the 20. No, that's August. Fuck. Go up. The 25th to the 31st, and then 18th. So it's 25th to 31st. Let's have a look. If I go to 25th. So this is the low. This is last week's low, and this is the high, right? So, to me, really, we're stuck in this range here. That's it. Let me just bring this up. There we go. Okay, cool. Let me just highlight this up, and I'll tell you what's up, and I'll explain to you why I believe we're playing in this area here. Smash the likes, guys, as well, man. There's a lot of people here, man. I really appreciate you guys actually on, like, especially like if you're in Europe. Shout out to you guys, man, because it's fucking late as hell. Okay, let's hide all this. So to me, we're playing this level here. It's not last week's it's not last week's range. Last week's range. This is the low and this is the high. We're playing in a more diverse, more of a compact version, which is the previous week. Because this is the high and this is the low. What's so important? You see the mid range support. Deviates it, gets it back above it, shanks it, and loses it, right? Then we get back up. What we had resistance, right? We've taken out last week's high, right? We take out last week's high, and we've also had a deviation of last week's high. The moment, and I always say to you guys, right, that once we step back into the range, right, you gotta ask yourself, the fuck you doing back in the range? It's a tattoo that we all must have had. So then, if we're looking at this, then we're looking from range high, bringing it back to mid range, which is around 22.5, call it, right? And then from there, we're bringing it back down to range low. That's the key. So from a weekly prospect, right, we've taken out last week's high. Well, the target is, as a very minimum, right, is if we find resistance, break down from this area here, let's just go back to mid-range, which is 22.5. And if we lose this level, then we got target, the next set of target, which comes down to 21.6, potentially into this block over here. And then from there, we're looking to see if we take out last week's low. And last week's low, well, not last week, 2 weeks ago's low, which is at 20.6. So let's call it 20.7. And there's liquidity resting here. At the same time, can you see that? Let's have a look. So that's the outlook we've got here. We've got this low here. I mean, if you want to take a swing point, right, that's one swing point. We're taking one swing point from there to another swing point here. You can take another swing point there. I mean, this to me I wouldn't really use. The reason why, it's such a wide spectrum, right, which is this swing point here to this swing point there. It doesn't, like, I mean, if I were to draw this out, I can explain to you why I wouldn't use this as well. I'm just going to rough idea. Right. There's nothing wrong with using this, right, but it's different styles, and I'm going to highlight this out over here, right? I'm going to explain this to you in just a moment, why I wouldn't use that particular swing point, because people actually get confused with range. Now, yes, it does tell us a story. Mid-range, yes, you can see you can support, we smashed above it, we hold it, support, a bit of a deviation, and that's the high and that's the low. All good, happy days. But this level here, right, this is the weekly range, right? So we've held that weekly range. It's done a deviation from the range itself. So obviously, as you can see, we've got a resistance from the weekly range high, and we get back up, we come back down, and we're making a new high there, right? So it's showing bullish market structure, lows, lower high, sorry, higher high, higher low, higher high. So the question is, does this come down as a higher low, right? It's looking to come down, but we have to start taking profits from this area here, weekly range high, this area here, and this area here, because what could happen is this, right? If you were to be bullish, which is why I'm saying it's very key to put so many things put together, right? So, you know, you got this area consolidation over here, right? What could happen is literally this. Price come back down, right? Comes into this area here, comes into this mid-range, and you're like, all right then, cool, we're going from mid-range, right? It does something like this, bounces up there, And you're like, all right then, we're at the mid range, we're gonna go back to range low. But what happened is this block is actually bullish, and because it's bullish, right? What happens is that your price gets back up, reclaims the weekly range high. That's your confirmation. Off you go back up to target 1 and then target 2, looking to take out these highs. But then what happens is you miss all this information here, which is why I tend to use more of a tighter range. And my tighter range is literally this high and this low. Because if you were to be bullish, right, you can do whatever the fuck he wants to do, reclaim this level, and off we go. Reclaim the weekly range high, and then we can do this. That way, I have a tighter invalidation compared to actually using this invalidation here. Does that make sense there? Are you currently short? I'm not in any trades at the moment. I'm going to wait for tomorrow, Yazid, to be honest. And I'm going to make some plans for the weekly. Let some price action unfold, because I want to see what we do during Asia. I want to see what happens during Asia. It is a short for me. The reason why is that the moment we lost this level here, clean smash. I mean, we can come back into it, and then that's just a deviation, just like we did a deviation of this range. It could very possibly happen. So I want to see what happens come tomorrow. I know my ranges are here, right? Let me just bring this back up. I know my ranges are here. And this level here, right? And I'm just going to delete this as well. This is going to bug me. I don't like this. Oops. Oh, not that. Yeah, this one. And let me just mute this off. And I already know that if price decides to do something like this, come back down, breaks down, this is my confirmation, right, to enter a trade, swing it down back to mid-range, and see if we can hold it to weekly range high, coming back down, filling out all this inefficiency, come back to this block and see if we can reclaim. If we take out last week's low and then reclaim and do something like this, happy days. I'm good to play like that. Okay, so that's my view on BTC at the moment. Keeping it short and simple for more of a, this could happen over the whole week. This whole move itself, it can happen. It's the start of the month. Seasonality on Bitcoin. Let's have a look at Bitcoin seasonality, and I can see what's going on. Delete this shit. Treasury yield, fuck that. Bitcoin seasonality. Sure. Let's see what we got here. I've never looked at this seasonality shit, but I just know, like, it seems to be quite. I don't give a shit. One second then. There you go. I mean, this just shows a Bitcoin trust, Bitcoin search. Do the fuck seasonality. There we go. Can you guys see that? Let me just bring this in. There we go. Can you guys see that? I'm going to hide my face for just a moment there. Alright, so what this is showing is, right, the average daily return in 2017. I mean, and then this is the excluding 2013 and 2017, right? So in terms of the season, well, this is bullish. This is just showing bullishness, isn't it? What the fuck is this? Well, excluding 2013 2017. That's things much more better, because 2013 2017 is very, very bullish. It was popped up like out of nowhere, but you can see from January, right? So this is January's low, and like this is the open itself. We do, it's a deviation. We get back below it, and then come in around June, July time, right? We show more of a bullish play. This is August, and August tends to be more of a bullish play. September is when we tend to get the dip. So it's coming to September. I've said this to you last year, and I said this to you. I'm going to say this to you this year. September's going to be bearish. It's going to be a bearish. It's always seasonality. It's always been a bearish play, right? So then once we, let it consolidate, holds above it, break above, around November, and off we go. So that's a seasonal play. I'm not saying this is a point bar exactly what's going to happen, but it gives you an idea of how we should play, what we're looking for. August tends to be good. July has been good so far, and yeah, July has been very good for us. And August, do we get a bullish play as well? And I expect September to be a bearish play as well. So as a seasonal play, you have an idea, but at the same time, the charts are talking. I mean, it's all good, it's all fun and games to be like, yeah, we're bullish and bearish and whatever bullshit like that. End of the day, if the fucking chart wants to be bearish, it will be whatever the fuck it wants to do. Does that make sense? Put in like that simplifies it. Glad that it makes sense always. To be honest, I haven't looked at any alts at the moment yet, but I will start. I will have to look at some alts tomorrow. Are you currently shorting? So I've got it. Do you ever look for volume at blocks to see if the... Nah, do you know what? I don't use this volume. I know we had Asgard yesterday, and he was talking about that volume profile, and it was actually a really interesting shit that he was showing. Let's see if I can find it, actually. I don't know what the fuck he did, though, to be honest. He found some craziness, man. Fixed range volume. So I mean, like, if I were to do this, right? Let's see. Do that. Right? From that perspective, let me just... Can I hide that? No, I can't. I mean, you can see the volume profile here is saying that to me, like, oh yeah, the next level of support is actually at 22.57k, around that kind of area. So I don't understand it enough, so I can't really say much. But he had a very interesting point, that, you know, a very interesting thing that he did, and I liked it as well. I mean, he's a cool guy, a very cool guy. So look, when you're scalping, do you have any kind of rules for the use of leverage? 25x I do, but to be honest, I'm in and out quite quickly. So like, if you look over here, right, on scalping point of view, on the 5 minutes, this is where I was scalping non-stop. I was in it. Oops, fuck off. I was literally just playing this range. I didn't give a shit about anything. To me, this range said everything, right? So once I established this high and this low, all I did is play from the high back to the low, cut the position off, right, final position, go back up to range high, deviation, come back in. I didn't want to step back in. I didn't want to step back in with this stop loss there. Came back to mid range. Once we start breaking down this area, then I was like, okay, this is my stop loss, back to range low. Came into this area, and you know, I was just literally just playing it range to range. Did a deviation. I was like, I didn't like it. Step back into the range. I was like, alright, cool then. And we found resistance of this area. I had a stop loss there. Played back to range low, and then we start being really choppy there. The moment we start being choppy here on Sunday, I was like, I ain't playing that. Fuck that shit. And then what happened is, because look what happened. You can still trade this, right? This is still a tradable place. It is another scalping thingy. I was quite busy today. I was like, nah, fuck it. I'm not really wasting my time on this shit. And what happens is, stop, run up, stop, run down, come back into the range. Now we're broken down. So scalping, right? Like leverage wise, I use 25x personally. I have just, to be honest, right? I have used 10x leverage. It doesn't really fucking matter, to be honest. Like, as long as you risk accordingly, right? So when you got your stop loss, what I always do is work out what my stop loss is, right? And then how much am I risking before I actually enter the trade. So yeah, Asgard shows some interesting charting, much respect. You know what, he was sick, actually. He was really sick. I've got some really good feedback. It's somewhat like, I was talking to a friend today, and like he was saying like, yo, that guy was actually sick, that this whole volume profile thing. And I was like, yeah, it was, you know, and that's the one thing is, for me, it's like, you know what, let me smoke a cigarette. For me, it was like, you know what I'm saying, one of them ones. For me, it was like, I feel like with this whole influencer thing, right, like everyone is can be an influencer quite easily, right? But no one's doing what a real influencer is. Like, people think like an influencer is one who actually, you know, just selling themselves, selling, like, and whatnot. Like, right, it's like Instagram. Let me chat to you guys while I'm actually fucking rolling up as well. It's like, you know, like Instagram is all like this whole fucking, you know, like, body and shit like that. The girls with fucking big ass titties and shit that's popping your fucking eye, nipples poking your eye through the screen. You're like, ah, shit, man, I fucking lost my eyesight. And like, guys are always like fucking abs and shit. Like, listen, right? Who gives a flying fuck about that, right? But I feel like with this whole generation of influencing, it's about showing like you are so sick, you are so great, and you live this amazing lifestyle. You got this car, you got that. Man, who gives a flying fuck about that, man? I couldn't give a shit about what car you drive, man. You drive a fucking Prius, happy days. You drive a fucking Lamborghini, good for you. I'm not riding it. I'm not paying insurance. I'm not paying fucking the petrol for it. I've got my own shit to worry about, innit? So I think, like, to me, like, the way I see things is like, I wanna give people the opportunity, right? Like, you all can do great things, right? And I truly believe that. I really think that each and one of you over here who watches this, right, can achieve great things. Like you just gotta fucking work hard for it, right? Now, it's very easier to say it than do it, but at the same time, trust me, if you put the work into it, it will make sense. It will come to you. It will make it will click. You know, it just takes time. You've gotta like take things a lot more easier than it should be. So don't knock yourself hard. Trust me. Like I've been in your position. I know exactly how it is, and then which is why when I do this all-time high, I love bringing someone from the audience because it gives you guys an opportunity to come on and feel what I see. You know, and trust me, it's not scary. All right. Like you've seen Nick do it, and shout out to Nick. You've seen Asgard do it, and shout out to Asgard. They handled it really well. Just a conversation. You know what I'm saying? Like just follow move, kind of follow unsuccessful. But that's the problem here. Like these crypto influencers, right? They're just talking so much shit. Buy this, buy that, buy this. Don't get me wrong. I've done some degen plays, right? I've done some degen plays. I made some money. I made some loss, right? But there's a time and a place, right? And I think the market is that fucked up, right? You just gotta take it easy, man. You know what I'm saying? Just slow it down. Slow it down. So like, listen. If any of you guys want to come on the show next week, give me a shout as well. I do want to bring up Elise on. That's another thing that I want to bring on. And also the lone adopter. The late adopter. Actually, me and him are in DMs together. So for those who don't know who late adopter, shout out to him. Listen, I'll show you to you guys. YouTube. The late adopter. One second. This guy here got 36k. Get access to exclusive perks. Oh shit! Join. $2.99 a month. That's kind of mad. So you got loyalty badges next to your name and comment live, custom emojis. Oh, this is sick. This guy is mad. They got TA fan club elite. 18 man a month. Fair play. Sick looking dude, man. Badass looking beard. Anyway, he's literally we're I asked him. I said, "Yo, when you want to come on the show?" And he literally said to me, he goes to me, give me a time and place. So I'm gonna chat to him probably tomorrow as well, and I want to bring him on. I want to bring on like influencers. I want to bring you guys on as well, and I think it's good for everybody as well. We'll see different styles. You know, like one style is not like might not be right for you. You might have like a bunch of other styles that you might find. Like some people might find indicators more useful than you know how I do it. Right. So it's about picking what you are comfortable with, and if you're comfortable with it, just do it, man. Just fucking do it. Take care, John. Catch you soon then. What's it? He's on short 24k. Fair play to him. You should study WD Gan, although I suspect you may have already have. Who's WD Gan? I can see a lot of similarities to trading with his. Nah, I've never studied from WD Gan. Goonie. I literally just the ranges. It's like I learned from SC about ranges, and then like I implemented my own style onto how he teaches as well. So and it works. It works really really well. The ranges is a perfect play. If you can understand ranges, there's a lot of money to make into it. Yeah. So what's it? Asgard shows some interesting charts. Yeah, much respect. Just follow Mooncall. That's what I really like about this stream. It's just really honestly, Jay. You know what? I'm one of those guys. What you see is what you get. I'm not. I don't want to be fake. I think, like to me, like authenticity is really is the key. To me, that's my selling point. Like everyone is a brand, right? Like these influencers are a brand, and Trader Dank is a brand, right? Behind the screen, my name is Z. You guys know who I am. I'm just some Asian bloke, some fucking Mauritian guy, born in the UK, who's been in the same position as you have. You know, I've talked about depression, talked about my suicide, I talked about some of the dumb shit I've been into as well. And like, it's just me. We've all done it. We've all done the same shit. And I was literally talking to someone, and someone was telling me like, "Aren't you afraid by talking about this?" And like about smoking weed, for example, like on live, or just like talking about all this dumb shit, like pissing on people and whatever. Not on people, but on anyway, the story was there. If you guys want to see some episode, it's and thanks Oh no, it's all time high. Episode 2 FMG. 1 hour is 1 hour 4 minutes. Right. That's the story there. And the pissing story as well. And then they were asking me like, "Are you not afraid?" And I was like, listen, I'll be honest with you. I'm very comfortable with being honest. I'm very open, and I think that's my selling point. That's my brand. My brand is being open, being humble to emotions. You know, like we are human beings. We have emotions. You know what I'm saying? So like on Friday, I got emotional with my about my dad, like about the death of my dad as well. Like I'm just me, and I think that being me is what I don't give a shit if I have 100K followers. I don't care. Like I'm gonna be the same motherfucker that I am at one, even at a million. It's the same motherfucker, right? What you see now is gonna be the same guy. If I change, fucking slap the shit out of me. You know what I'm saying? You just caught the peeing stuff. Uh, yeah, yeah, yeah. But yeah, that's me. That's me. That's how I am. And like I want to grow. Like I really want to grow this channel. Um, to help as much people as possible. I really think that by doing so, I can actually make a good difference to the community, and that's why that's my goal really, because I've done everything I can do at home. Obviously there's always more you can do, but it's time to actually give back to the community, and this is my way of giving back to the community. So I hope you guys actually enjoy it and and whatnot, because at the end of the day, if you don't like it, just fuck off, go somewhere else. Fuck off, innit? I don't give a shit if you don't like me. Fucking, if you have a problem with me, just piss out of here, man. Fuck out of here, man. I don't give a damn. You don't like me. You know what I'm saying? Yo, what's going on, brother? But no, man, for real though. Like honestly, there's gonna be people who doesn't give a shit about, who think like I'm this, I'm that. Like I'm not scared of anyone, man. Like fucking, I'm gonna be me, all right? And if you think if you think otherwise, and what do you want me to say? You know what I'm saying? What do you want me to say? I'm always at work in the day, so miss loads. Bless you, Jay. Think how can I calculate my margin trades in terms of avoiding getting liquidated? All right, so like for example, like, I use Delta Exchange in it, right? I'm gonna tell you a bit of a shortcut, right? Let me see if I can actually log in. Give me a moment there. I'm just gonna log into Delta Exchange and I'll just show you something, right? So Delta Exchange. Right. Let me log in, right? No, that's not my email. K. Dank. DAINK. Fucking can't spell your own fucking name, dumbass. Fuck's wrong with you? Log in. Oh man, email verification. Fuck that. Jesus Christ, man. T-Raw, you're making this harder than it. I'm joking. I'm messing. So Delta Exchange. So the code is this. Alright, so I'm in. And for those who want to use my Delta Exchange, oh no, it didn't work. Fucking hell. Should work. Try this again. Oh, it's an email verification. Oh, fuck off. Submit. Alright, okay, so I'm in. Give me a second. Let me go to markets. I just want to make sure that right, so let me just do this, right? I'm gonna do this. Okay, because I don't want to show my account. That's the thing is, I'm gonna try and do this, okay? Let me just. I think it's right. I'm just gonna cover this up right for a second, alright? I just don't want to show my account. Send your keys out. Right. Give me a second. I make sure that there's no personal information that shouldn't be there. Okay, cool. So this is Delta Exchange, right? No, I don't want to. Cool. Right. Can you guys see that? So let's just say that I enter a trade, right? I put a quantity of 100, right? And I put my stop loss. I'm buying, right? And my stop loss is below here at 22,500, right? My stop loss is at 22,500. It would tell me what my, let me have a look. No, that's right. So if we go to market and do enter in, and I put 100, 22,500. Yeah, there we go. So on market, one second there. Can you guys see it? So go to market, right? There we go. So go to market, and then like I put my my stop loss at 22,500. It's around here, right? Can you see that? That's around that. That's where my stop loss is there, and it tells me my stop P&L is I'm risking £85. So like that's like if I get stopped out, that means I lost £85. But if it hits targets, for example, which is let's just say at 26,000, I'd then make £264, which is basically 816.24. That's a 3.5 hour trade, or it was a 3 hour trade. Does that make sense? That's one way that there's a very easy way. There's a complicated way. That's a long fucking way to actually to deal with it. But generally in exchanges, it should say so. How much you're risking as well. Okay. Hopefully that helps there. Let's take a screenshot now. Yeah, I should have done that. Looks like a hamd. What's a hamd? HAMD. I won 8 out of 10 trades this week thanks to Denk and SC's guidance. It's starting to all make sense. Good man. Good man. Really happy to hear that as well. But yeah, hopefully that helps T-Roll. Cool. Let's do the Ethereum breakdown. Fucking out, man. It's been an hour in, man. Shout out to you guys to fucking a meant hand. It looks like a hand. Oh, did it? Let's see. Control Z. Ah, fucking out. Oh, I see. Yeah, the fingers and shit. Oh, that's cool. That's funny. Fuck off. Cool. Alright then, cool. So Ethereum, what's going on with Ethereum, right? So looking at the monthly, you can see the monthly closed really good. That means that's just a fucking that's just a bearish retest. Sorry, a deviation. If that was the high, right, and we like it as an SR, that's support. Sorry, that's the high. Resistance, comes to support. We're closing into a support and we shoot up. So obviously we come back down. We expect some sort of like in a support and then break up and carry on. And what happened is so far that the previous month, right, not last month, the previous month we closed below it, but this month we closed above it, which is great. Which means any retest this level here and hold above it, happy days. That's your long, which is where you can target from a monthly perspective. I mean, target one would be over here off this low itself. I mean, obviously we're going for last month's high, and then target one. So that's I can't even fucking speak. Target one would be fucking how's this shit? You fucking Mongol. Slow down, man. Slow down, Dank. Fucking getting too excited and shit. So target one would be June's high over here, and then I'm looking for this low over here, right? And then once if we were to hold above it, next one I'll be in this area here. This is the area consolidation. Price was consolidating this area, and we'll see what happens there. So that's providing that we are we let's say we do something like this. So we come back down as a retest, right, which can help some of the guys there. Who was it Shaq that was on a low? That was what he's waiting for. So a retest, hold above it. Any deviation, there's a deviation there. Hard stop there. Off we go. Right. So that's what we're looking for. So this level here is 1400 though. I believe it's 1400. Let me delete all this motherfucking shit. Right. It's 1400. Yeah, about 4. What's the high? The high comes in at what? 1440. Sorry. So that's 1440. So I'd say try and manage your trade there as long as you don't get stopped up. But obviously we'll work out where's the bullish plans are going to be. So Pirate, how you doing? You got some new fans here? Yeah, man, I got some new fans here. They're fucking sick they are. These guys have been lit though. I ain't gonna lie to you. Let me fucking finish this. So yeah, we got two ladies in the house that I'm aware of, Jay and Pirate. Yeah, man, 1.47k. What's 1.47k? What the price of Bitcoin? Ethereum, 1440. You working at the moment? Shit. 40% pin on the subs. What do you mean? I'm a bit lost. I see. So yeah, that's the monthly. Weekly, how's it looking like? It's looking fucking quite good though, isn't it? Obviously, we come to some sort of resistance, right? I mean, this is a key resistance over here, right? Let's look at that, right? This low here, no, yeah, this low here, fucking hell, man. This low here, key resistance. We can see that, right? Everyone understands that, right? Support, 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 smash down, come as resistance, right? Which tell us that we can come back to the 1440 area, right, where we're looking for, reclaim this level, off we fucking go. Because now we're stepping to this range of that high to this low. Don't believe me? Let me fucking show you. Right? Because it's at a pivotal point. That's why it really is. That's a very pivotal point to see that. Look, this is the quarterly range, okay? Then I see another guy, the Pirate Explorer. Yeah, man. Pirate Explorer is quite cool. Oh, yeah, how's your ribs? She fucked up her ribs, innit? I don't know how she fucked up her ribs, but she fucked up her ribs. Well, I do know, right? She told me, but obviously it's not for me to say. That's someone else's. Oh, my subs at 1.47k. Fucking hell! Where'd you see that? It's still in vain. Rudolph he N. Yo, shout out to Rudolph, man. Oh, but that's 1462. That's fucking sick though. 1470. I'm growing. Alhamdulillah. So yeah, I was talking about Bitcoin, right? Sorry, Ethereum. I was talking about Ethereum. There's a few burns in it. You know what I'm saying? You need a little bit of a burn. But yeah, this is a range bound environment here, right? So this is the high, and I think the mid range is about here. Makes sense anyway. That's about the mid range. And what it is, this was a range bound environment of the second quarters of 2021. So you can see support, got a deviation over here, come back down, support in the mid range, deviates there, gets back below it, finds resistance, off we go, and into range low, support, and now get back below it, right? The key is the point. So the point that we need to be concerned about is this a deviation of the range, right? Or is this a thingy, a retest of the range to break down lower, right? Really key, really important now. If we were to hold above it, then yeah, that's when we start looking for the next set of longs of what are we looking at? I'd say this low here. That's what we're looking for, and that'll be the next set of targets there. But we do have that 1440 level, which is about, where is this 1440 level? 1 second. It's right here. Let me just fucking draw this up. There we go. That's the 1440 level. That's the key level that we're looking for. So let me just fucking remove every bullshit out there. And that's it. So that's what we're looking for. So basically, right, just looking at the motherfucker, I didn't even say to do that. There we go. Bastard. Yeah. So let me just delete this shit. Make it nice and clean for you guys. Because I don't want anyone confused. There we go. Cool. No, fuck that. Yeah. So what we're looking for, obviously, we come at some sort of resistance. We can expect a pullback because this is obviously an SR there. You can expect a pullback, and Shaq, just pay attention to Shaq. If we come back down and hold this 1440 level, you know to fucking cut the trade, because off we're gonna go to the next set of level, which is back to 1700, reclaim 1700, and then we go back to nearly 2400. Let's call it 2300. That's the area there. That's what we're looking for off the weekly. So September, August is coming. We can have it it's tend to be quite bullish. We got the ETH merge coming up. That narrative is all about this whole ETH 2.0 thing. It's all great, happy days, whatever. Is it a buy the rumor, sell the news, or is it fucking shank the fucking market? Sorry, we're not shanking the market. We're going back up. Let's go. We don't fucking know, but I think overall it's still a bearish fucking. The US is in recession. Like, they're fucking gonna put money. The yield on the 10-year yield is breaking down, right? And you're telling me that we're gonna fucking go for another bull market? I don't think so. The likeliness is the likeliness is very, very slim. I mean, if you were to look at the market structure, what we got is high, lower low, lower high, lower low. This to me could be a lower high. You can come into this area here, smack it back down, off we go. Right? So, and then once the lower high is formed and we go back down, trust me, this move here is gonna be explosive for us. We're gonna make a fucking killing of the shorts. And just like you know, like you've seen on Twitter, there's the people who got shorts into this area and they smacked it back down, and people got into this area, smacked it back down. Bro, we're gonna do the same fucking shit here, man. Trust me. So looking very similar to 2017, 2018. In what way? In what way you average hero? I don't know. Explain it. If you got a chart, just throw it in the fucking chat, man. I like to open it up. Come visit Dubai, fam. Tiro, who are you talking to? Like, Tiro's trying to get into fucking pirate, man. It's like, you seeing this shit? Everyone's seen this. Fucking Tiro is just chatting to the pirates and say, yo, come to my yard, innit? Like, I'll sort you out, innit? I'll help you and look after your ribs and shit. I'm missing Tiro. Fucking pirate. You got quite a number of fans here going on. I might get jealous, though. Big plans for Dubai. The pirate's going to Dubai now. You're dank. You aren't too fond of indicators, but you ever use RSI for swing plays or not? Nah, I don't actually. The price action does it. I mean, you can do it. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at the fucking RSI on this. Actually, that's a very good point. Shout out to fucking what's his name? Who was it? SCNA. Look at this. It's a range bound environment. Obviously, you can see we made high, lower low, lower high, lower low, and we come back in sort of deviation. And the question is, like, as long as if it was look this RSI thing, right? This purple line clearly, if it's bullish, has to be above this yellow line, right? So you see this yellow line is right over here, and then we've got the purple line gets above it. The moment we cross it, it looks bearish. I don't know what I'm fucking talking about. I'm just looking at what the pattern's telling me in it. I'm just being honest in it. But from a range band point of view in it, we can go back up, you know, mid-range, and then from mid-range we see the thing is 50, the 50 area, then the 70 area. Which means we can just make the fucking lower high over here and then smack it back down. And then once we start topping and we get back into, like, let's say we do something like this, innit? Right off this RSI, I'm fucking drawing off shit. Let's say we do something like this and we come back down, we start breaking down. Fucking let's shoot the motherfucker back down, innit? And that's our indicator there. You know what I'm saying? I think everyone's busting up about the whole Tiro and Pirate. Yo, Pirate, you're gonna change your name to Mrs. Tiro. Shit. Fucking Tiro. DM me as well. Fuck. Pirate's like coming in October. Shit, they're actually going at it. Are you guys seeing this? Fucking up. Fucking. Oh shit! Once again, Shag's asking where I'm from. I'm from well, if you guys know Birmingham, right? I was in B8, fam. I was a cuzzy, bro. I was from Alum Rock. I was the only Mauritian in fucking Alum Rock. Everyone was Pakistani, man. And I grew up there when I was young. Then we moved over because Alum Rock was bad. It was terrible. And then I moved over to Acot's Green. Acot's Green, like that's where my parents' house is. And then like I moved out of Acot's Green, and I'm now in Solihull. So alhamdulillah for that, big change as well. So it's good for the kids, and like yeah, you know what I'm saying. Like for families, it's a beautiful thing. So I'm in a good place, alhamdulillah. But yeah, that's where I'm from. When you were on a monthly, oh, you're saying it looks like 2017, 2018. Is that Ethereum or BTC you were talking about? Usually on the daily or the 4 hours. I almost use it. What's the daily saying for the fucking? Let's have a look. Oh, it looks like it's fucking topped out actually on the daily. Just looks like fucking it's night, motherfucker. That's what it looks like over there, isn't it? Doesn't look very good. Looks like it's breaking down over there. If you look on the 4 hours. Well, I was already breaking down. I don't understand it very well. I need to fucking learn this shit, you know? I ain't gonna lie to you. Because when someone actually asks me this kind of thing, I need to act a little bit smart in it. I can't be like a fuck up. Like, yo, my mind dang, just fucking getting high and chatting shit in it. You know what I'm saying? T-Raw slick moves in it. And a bit unreliable spotting hidden down Avengers Dank Street. Tony Stinkles Minkle. Dude, this is fucking Tinder. Yo, so let's go Dank's corner to fucking Dank's Tinder. Like, no one wants to fucking chat to Dank. You're like, yo, when you come in Dubai, no one's inviting me to Dubai. Shit. Fucking hell. Wait, hang on a second. We're gonna pause this Ethereum fucking thingy. I want to see this now. Yo, Pirate, are you going to Dubai now? You're gonna meet up thingy. What's his name? T-Raw. Is it T-Raw? He fucking calls himself T-Raw. What the fuck? What's the T stands for, fam? Total sex in a raw style. I'll show you right. Nah, don't fucking invite me now. Fuck you now. Bro, don't fucking invite me now. You just fucking invited Pirate and ignored me. You prick. Bro's like, fuck out of here. You know, don't fucking. This is turning into a fucking stream. Unlike anybody calling me babes. Oh, T-Raw, don't call her babes, fam. You gotta call her hun. Or love. T-Raw, I'm trying to help you out. Yo, is everyone down for T-Raw dating Pirate? Freaking out. This is mad. I want to see this. Pirate, are you going on? You meet. Man, sit down. Shit. Oh shit. This is fucking hilarious, man. I'm having a good time. Some groupie love. Yo, Shaq, you got any chat lines? You've got to help out T-Raw here. Who are you thinking, Nusra? Not me, innit? Pirate. I'm a perma bear. Well, yeah, grizzly bear, is it? Is that how you roll, is it, T-Raw? I'm feeling the sexual tension. Oh my god. Yeah, dude. T-Raw. I'm actually gonna make a chapter. Say T-Raw picking up Pirate. I'm gonna do that. So, for those who actually come into the stream late, whether you're live or you're afterwards, just check out the live chat while this is happening. This is mad. T-Raw hitting resistance right now. Shit. Oh fucking hell. This is lit. I just need ETH. Shaq, it will. Inshallah, man. Just relax. 1 second. I just need to. Yeah, I got the giggles. Oh my god. Oh fucking hell. I got a lot on my mind. Or would have been on it. Yeah. Shows oversold and overbought the way I usually see RSI when it's a little tops ball out of money. And at the bottom bears out coin 100%. Alright, okay. I think we're getting carried away here. Alright, I don't know. It seems like Pirate's a bit is serious, just getting pissed off. T-Raw tried. T-Raw tried. I rate that though. I rate he actually, shot in it. Pirate just sent T to range low. Bro, there's no deviation here. It's fucking a retest and sending it down. This is a breakout on the downside, fam. Oh my god. Alright, dude, let's get back into the fucking ETH shit. Let me drink something, man. Let's talk about ETH now. Alright, cool. Broke rage. Alright, so we know 1440, and that's the thing. We talked about the weekly, right? So let me get rid of this RSI. It's confusing the shit out of me here. There you go. That's much better. Weekly wise, I'm still thinking about T-Raw. Pro range. Nah, fam. Don't invite me now. Fam, you're gonna invite. Like, did you guys see that? Right? All of you guys saw that, right? It literally fucking. 1 minute, 1 second. Yeah, he literally fucking try to invite someone else, right? Then decided to invite me. Like, fam, that's mad disrespectful to me. I saw this whole thing happen. At least like invite me after, like tomorrow on another stream. All right, guys. Let's take it down a notch, right? No one should get pissed off here. Let's not offend anyone, right? So let's just keep it cool, right? Let's be respectful to one another. We had our jokes, we had our laugh and stuff like that. Yeah, let's just be cool. Nah, man, you ain't inviting me first. Mate, fuck off. You fucking T-roll. Right, so yeah, I thought, oh yeah, well, I've already done this on this fucking. We're talking about the weekly now, right? Weekly wise, right? Yeah, we talked about weekly already. Daily, fucking hell, let's have a daily. So, I mean, if we look at a range bound environment, I mean, let's have a look. Let's have a look. What we got here? To me, right here is this, right? So we got this area. So we got Monday's range, right? This is like 2 weeks ago's Monday's range, right? So let me just delete this shit. I'm just gonna talk about this on a daily, and then tomorrow we'll make plans properly. We'll see how it works out. Okay. So can you see this? This is like the Monday 2 weeks ago. All this was resistance. All this was resistance. Complete resistance. We shanked above it, had a quick support on the daily, and we're breaking down this level, which means as a minimum target, we're coming back to 1600 really, right? I think so. That's why it looks more likely, more probable to 1600. Now the moment, if I go down to the 4 hours, right, and let's see what's going on the 4 hours. The invite was meant for you first. Pirate apologies, Missy. It was all joke. Cool. Yeah. Yeah. So talking about fucking. What are we talking about? Fucking. Yeah. So it's just a range bound environment as well. So you can see it. Like literally, ETH just fucking did its Monday's range, played in Monday's range for a full week and a bit, right? And then we just smashed above it. Now we're looking for the retest. Now the question comes down to this: is this a retest? Then hold above it and reclaim the 1700 area. The moment it reclaims the 1700 area, right, then you gotta think to yourself, well, you have no right to go lower, because this was just a consolidation, a breakout, and that's a retest, right? That's one thing. The second thing we need to worry about, right, is if we come back in and start breaking back into the range, you gotta ask yourself, the fuck you doing back in the range? We're playing the shorts back in, so then target one will be the 25%, 75% of the range, 1530, then target 2 will be 1466. That's target 2 back into this area of consolidation, and if we can have some sort of deviation to 1440, the area that Shaq's looking, and look, Shaq, this is what you need to pay attention to. If we break down into here, happy days, because we're going to mid range, which is at 1466. If we hold above this 1440 area and reclaim 1466, well, that's your trigger to cut the trade for you, right? Because what that means is this block has been bullish, right? We weren't able to take out last week the low on 2 weeks ago, and we're holding bullishness, going back to a mid range. And if we reclaim mid range, we're going back to range high, And the question is, after we reclaim mid range, range high, hold 1770, bullishness, off we go. So that's what we were looking for, but that's for Shaq to cut the trade. But if we break down below 1440, that's just next set of targets, back down to this area here, and we're looking, and you see this block here. Let me just delete this shit here. You see this block I've got here. This area here, consolidation, has been a key support, right? In what way? Well, when we came back to take out the stops over here, Monday's low, we held support. It was strong, such a strong reaction. We reclaimed this area there, and after we go mid range to range high and back, and then we had a retest there. Either this is a deviation. Now we're gonna worry about. We don't know if this is a deviation or a retest. If you're into a trade, you can take a trade from a retest of here, break down on lower time frame, going then. The hard stop above here, going back down to 1597. Let's call it 1600 area. Then from 1600 area, this is the PA we'll be looking for. Okay, or if we hold above it, off we go, reclaim this area. This is it. Does that make sense, guys? A T-Roll got timed out. What happened? Fucking hell. Alright, take care. Good night. See you later. So yeah, so Shaq's saying if he comes into range, best for me to set stop loss. Yeah, dude, just fucking set your stop loss. Don't fucking mess about. You have to. You have to, man. I'm telling you straight up, man. Like if you're in a bad loss and you entered in you entered at what 1447 around this area here. So you literally entered around this area here there, and you watch this go up. That's horrible, man. That's really nasty. I'm really sorry that I did. I'm like you don't go all in, man. Please don't do that. We talked about about risk management, so please take that into consideration as well. Okay, felt like a month and squeezed to me on FRI. So give me a second, guys. I just got. Okay, I'm gonna have to head off really soon then. So on Friday. Was it felt like a month, and yeah, it does. I think that's what happened on the Friday, because literally that PA that happened, that this squeeze itself, that was on the Friday itself. Was it on? Yeah, it was Saturday, something like, and it was just a squeeze. I think it's just a monthly wick. So we'll see how it is. I mean that's the outlook for ETH on a weekly outlook, and like this could happen. All this could happen next week as well, because again, same thing as well, right? You mark out the monthly open, right? The monthly open is right this here, this open there, and we watch how it can come up there, do some sort of wick, and then come back down. The moment we reclaim monthly open and reclaim that 1700 area, I think that's it. That's your long there to go higher for the month of August there. So that's what I'm looking for. So it's a tricky one. So come tomorrow, I'll see what the setups are saying as well. We have a little bit more PA, a couple of hours. Let Asia unfold and let Asia do its thing. At any moment, right? If it reclaims this level here, right, then it's bullish, man. Then it's fucking bullish. So because that's been capping the market. So you see this high there, resistance, 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 resistance. It's been capping the market. It's been tapping it so many times, it just gave up. So that's what you need to look. I think the moment if it does this, right, Shaq, if it does something like that, fucking cut your trade, man. Just cut the trade. But your best bet for you is a break into the range. Once you put the break into the range, put your stop loss on. Please fucking do it. Don't fucking try and be a smart ass. It doesn't really fucking matter if it goes a lot more lower. I don't give a shit. I just want you to be safe. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get some reaction over here, definitely there, and this area here. We're gonna have a reaction. It's gonna happen, right? I'm not much of a fucking profile kind of guy, but let's see what the profile thing is. That thing that what you call it did. This high to this low. Yeah, so like it's saying like the volume profiles in this area here. The support is around this area here. 1470, call it 1480. So no, that's not right. Yeah, that's what it's calling me. But yeah, so we'll see how it goes. Come tomorrow, we'll see what's going on, and we can play there. Enough respect to you, my brother, for the advice. You're welcome, man, bro. I only discovered USC last week. Thank you, man. Appreciate that. He's a good man. EPDC is a pivotal point too. Honestly, a bit hesitant on alt. Yeah, that's true. Actually, I'm quickly touch that quickly, and then I'm gonna call it a night because I've gotta go. So, I mean, it's showing bullishness right now. Well, it's the monthly start. I mean, the fact this is the range that's been playing in, right? And the fact that we've got above the mid range, to me, right, any retest and hold above it, target 1, right, then target 2. That'll be it. Obviously, we find some sort of resistance of here, this area here, and it is a macro resistance of like 4-5 years worth of range there as well. So that's from just focusing on this area as a range bound environment, it's perfectly fine. I mean, the thing is, if you look at it, it's still on a macro as well. I mean, you look, that's the high, lower low, lower high, lower low. This is the lower high. I wouldn't be surprised if we take out this high, then market structure shifted. Then we're going up to here, looking to take out these highs there. So it is a pivotal point. This low here, right? This area consolidation here is the key point, and that's where we're finding a lot of resistance. You can see. Let me just zoom in. So let me just do that. Do this. Just off the fucking, oh man, let me do it on the daily. Just off this, right? you can literally see this is key resistance right here. This is completely key resistance. Look at that. Completely resistance over here. Any retest over here, breakdown. You look in the short it, taking out liquidity of here, here, and then retesting this area here. And that's if this something like this happens, it's really bad on alts. Alts will go a lot more lower. The only best bet to start longing alts is if we get back up and start reclaiming this area. And that's when I'm like, you know what, I'm comfortable to fucking long alts. Off we go. So taking out all this liquidity over there. So it is a pivotal point. It is a bit of a messy area. I'd be very careful. This is it could turn over. We don't know. We do know globally it's quite bad. I did say I was going to talk about the Nasdaq, Dow, and ES. I'll have to do that tomorrow because I've got to shoot out. I know it's fucking 10 past 2. Got a bit something to do as well now. It's like not an emergency, but I've got to go. But so sorry about that. But yeah, that's the plan. That's the view as it is with ETHBTC, Ethereum, Bitcoin. Yeah. Let's see how it goes. Dollar index. I've got to go. Otherwise, I can be here for too long. But I've really got to head out there. I'm really sorry about that. Tomorrow we'll talk about all the dollar index. So what I'm looking to do tomorrow at 10:15 a.m. BST. I'll do the BTC rundown on trade, looking for trade, like a plan for it as well to day trade and scalp and whatever. Look at Ethereum. And I'll try and get some alts in as well. I want to get some alts in. I think that's really important. I think that's be beneficial for many of us to play both the long game and the short game, whichever comes up. So yeah, and then we'll talk about we'll try and fit in the ES, Dow, and FMC, fucking Nasdaq, and then yeah. So it's quite a bit of content to actually put up tomorrow. So I'll try and fit them in, and then we'll get some alts in. Okay. So I'm gonna catch you guys soon. Yeah, it's been a lot of fun today. Actually, I think we did piss off Pirate, but it's been a lot of fun. Appreciate that. Take care of yourself, brother, and thank you. Shout out to all you guys, man. Thank you so much for actually being on the stream. Really appreciate that. And yeah, I wish you guys have an amazing week, just like said as well. And I also wish you guys have a great Monday. If you guys got work tomorrow, good luck with work tomorrow. Keep your chin up. It's gonna be it's Monday. No one fucking likes Mondays, man. Fuck that shit. But you're gonna get through it, okay? Take care, guys. Speak to you guys soon. Take care, chat.